What's going on, sassy ladies, my sassy female CEOs, whether you're a consultant, coach, or service professional? I'm always glad and happy to be here to serve you all. Y'all, it is day 35. I get excited when I get a chance to come up here and join you all live Monday through Thursday, usually. Sometimes we go live over the weekends, but that's generally our time where we will do pre recording. But I'm always excited to join you all for this series. As I mentioned a moment ago, this is day 35 of the Strategic Leadership Mastery series. I'm all about helping you be strategic, stay the leader that I know you are, but of course, grow. And then truly master that thing that you are looking to master, those God given dreams and goals that He gave you. My name is Danette Moss, Business Systems and Implementation Strategist, AKA the Strategy Lady. Thank you so much for joining me here over on IG. I see Marvelyn IV, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. And Coach Shay joining me. Thanks so much for joining me. And for those of you that are joining me over on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those platforms, I appreciate you all for taking the time out of your busy schedule. This is truly a privilege for me to have you here. So I appreciate you all for joining me and staying consistent with showing up as we go on this total of 61-day journey for female CEOs. This is day 35 of the the Strategic Leadership Mastery Series, but it's also, I believe, day 3 of the series inside of the series because the total of 17 days total, I think we started like 2 days ago, is where we're going to be speaking, or I'm going to be speaking to you all about goal settings and how you can really tune it for yourself. Our topic of discussion today is all about unleashing your vision. You know, that God given vision that He gave you? A strategic blueprint for female leaders to dream big and bold, y'all. We got to. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you this particular topic, I'm not going to be throwing around a bunch of motivational cliches. I'm not doing that. I'm here to truly dive into the very essence of what it means to dream big and bold as female CEOs. Again, whether you're a consultant, coach, service professional, girl, you bad to the bone as far as I'm concerned. It's time for us to not just dream big, but be bold as we take that approach. Now, I've been on this journey, y'all, for some time, and I know firsthand that navigating this entrepreneurial journey for me is like a bit of a roller coaster ride. It really is. Now, in the midst of, I guess, the hustle and bustle, even though I really don't like to use the word hustle, but in the midst of the hustle, for lack of better words, it's easy to lose sight of that big, audacious vision that fueled the inception, y'all, of this incredible journey that you're on as this female CEO. It's really easy to kind of lose sight of it. It really is. But that's why today, I'm literally here, and I invite you as we sit here to make sure you grab a sheet of paper and pencil. And at the same time, I want you to be active as we go through what we're going to go through. I'm encouraging you today, just for a bit, to take a moment and press that pause button. Because I want you, as we dream big and bold, to take a deep breath, okay? Refocus. And of course, get ready to unleash the power of your God given vision, the dream that He gave you. Now, remember what I mentioned a moment ago. This is not going to be that traditional motivational talk because you know I'm going to give you some practical tips and strategies and stuff to do it. But I'm here to encourage you, a bit of motivation, but not a fluffy one. That in order for you to meet that goal, hit that big dream in a bold way, you got to take some action. You really do. You got to take some actionable steps. And those steps really truly need to be aligned with your vision, your goal, and aligned with your right now reality. Because let's face it, ladies, dreaming big, y'all, that's the easy part. It's the easy part. The real magic happens when we translate those dreams into what I like to say strategic action. We got to take action. I just believe we need to be strategic when we're doing it. I really do. Now, remember that we are running, for the most part, as female CEOs. A lot of times we're dealing with a lot of chaotic times. We're here's that word, busy. Let me just use it for today. We're busy doing a lot of different things. And that couples with mommy duties, just being a female who has a lot on her plate, wife duties. And sometimes it can be a bit of chaos, right? Or chaotic, right? That day to day stuff that we just have to do that we can't sit down. So, this is why I'm encouraging you as we go through this today and as we talk about unleashing your vision, a strategic blueprint for female leaders to dream big and bold, that we take this time to press the pause button and we reevaluate and we refocus. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. Thanks so much, the healthcare biz expert, for joining as well, and Tanya Youngblood. I appreciate you ladies for joining me over here on IG. I want to provide you all with some practical steps to unleashing your vision and creating more of a strategic blueprint to dreaming big and bold as female leaders. First things first, I want you to define your dream lifestyle if you hadn't. Now, if you can't see it right now, let's do it together. Of course, I can't keep my eyes closed long. I want you to walk through this with me. In order for us to unpack this, close your eyes for a moment, ladies, and immerse yourself in the vivid imagery, your imagery of the lifestyle that you dreamed of. Why you decided to start this business? What was the lifestyle you knew you were going to have as this business was and is successful? Close your eyes and take a moment. Think back. Imagine the lifestyle when, I'm not going to say if, this dream, this God given golden dream that He gave you truly manifests itself. Imagine it. Sometimes we have to go back and look at and remember why we are doing what we're doing, ladies. Sometimes we just have to. Now that you've done this, tell me, what does it look like? Or if you don't want to tell me, write it down for yourselves. But I want you to look at it. What does it look like when you look back at it? Most importantly, not only what does it look like, but what does it feel like? Does it feel good? I'm a successful business owner. I'm making things happen. I'm able to do the things that I desire to do and set out to do as a successful female CEO, as a mother of five, a grandmother of five, and two granddogs. I may not look like I got five kids and five grands. My oldest daughter is 35. But y'all, I got two, what I consider, sometimes I call them, some people think that's offensive, but listen, that's my business. I got two, what I call start over children. My eldest daughter is 35. She has she has one, two, three, four children, one who's in high school, my eldest granddaughter. My second eldest will be 29. She has one child. My eldest son is 24. Now, all the grown ones, they live on their own in different states, as a matter of fact, outside of my son, my eldest son. My youngest son, he's over in Florida at FAMU. He's 19. And then I have the 17-year-old. So I got those two start over children, young adults, we'll call them that, 17 and 19. I'm telling y'all, I know all of this stuff. I know what it feels like, one, to be overwhelmed, but I know what it feels like to have to press that pause button, woosah, and take the deep breath and refocus and look back at that God given dream and goal and look at a vivid imagery of the lifestyle that I've dreamed of. This is why I encourage you to do the same, because sometimes we have to press that reset button so we can redirect. So I hope that you took the time to do as I suggested, that you close your eyes and you look back and you imagine that lifestyle, that of of this, what where you think and decided that you wanted to be as you dreamed big. And remind yourself of what you thought it was going to be like. What does it look like? What does it feel like? But here's the thing, I need you to make it tangible, because quite often we don't do that. Quite often we don't make it tangible. We dream big, but it's fluffy, right? We need to look at it, make it tangible, but you need to also make it uniquely yours. Make sure that it aligns with your core values and your passions. This is where I'll bring passion back in, because sometimes people get all woo woo. And I know y'all might get upset me when I say that. But sometimes we can get too woo woo and we don't have anything that's tangible that will help us meet those goals, right? So when you're doing this, make sure that this is tangible and that it's yours, that it's not somebody else's. Because if you're living out somebody else's dream or vision of what they think you should be doing, you're going to want to throw in the towel, give up easy, and get easily frustrated. I really, truly encourage you to make it yours, make it tangible. Remember, it is not just the dream, though, okay? It's a reflection of your authentic self. It's a reflection of what it was you decided that you wanted to do, your goal, your vision, your dream. This is why it's important to make sure that it's tangible for you. Okay. Now, step number 2 is, as you set those tangible goals, here we are. If you've been following me for the other 34 days, again, this is day 35, break those tangible goals down into actionable steps, right? Because this is where the rubber meets the road. When you make them too big, ladies, oftentimes we don't meet them because we can't see through all of it. It's too big, too large. The dreams and the goals can be big and large because they're our God-given goals and dreams. And of course, we got to seek him in order to make them happen. Anyway, that's my opinion. You know, as a female CEO who was guided by the Lord himself to help me. So if you got a problem with that, girl, you're just not I'm not your cup of tea. And you're not my client. But listen, as you break down these goals, you need to make sure that you break them down so that you can take the necessary actionable steps toward them, and that you don't frustrate yourself coming out the gate. Oftentimes you will hear me say, it's like biting an elephant, right? You can't eat that elephant all at once. It's bite-sized chunks. That's what you need to do. And that's why I said set tangible goals, goals that you can meet. But now these goals shouldn't be just because you're biting them off small bite size at a time. They shouldn't be goals that uh, are so crazy that they're not realistic. There shouldn't be goals that don't challenge you also. You need to be challenged. You got to be. If it's really, really easy, then, sometimes is it really a real goal? Is it something that you really, really are looking to really, really launch into the deep? So as you go through this, make sure the goals are tangible goals. Hey, Charlie Ford Entertains. Y'all got to check her out, y'all. Even though she family. I said that because the girl is bad to the bone. Check out what she does. Best what I call, I don't even want to call her MC. She's a coach. She got a whole lot of stuff. Go check her out. So as you set those tangible goals, remember, break them down into actionable goals, goals that you can take and that you can consistently walk towards on a consistent day-to-day basis. Now, as you do this, I want you to ask yourself the question when we set goals, because for me, in my opinion, not only should these goals be practical, but y'all, they need to be income generating goals. Y'all know how it is when you sit down and people give you and tell you what you're doing today. Oh, I'm working through my to-do list or my task list. If they're not income generating goals, they're a waste of time. As a business owner, they got to be goals that are income generating. If they're not, you need to be giving them to somebody else to do. There may be things that need to be done in your business, but that's something that somebody else should probably be doing. So ask yourself, as you go through setting these tangible goals, how much do you need annually for this stuff to happen? How much do you need monthly for these things to happen? Put a dollar amount to it. For me, I want you to understand, though, it's not just about the numbers. For me, it's about creating a roadmap. Okay. Because as I map out my task, my to do, or my to don't list, of course, income generating one. I create it so that I can see the roadmap as to the direction I need to go in, right? The detailed plan, because it's in that detailed plan that transforms this God given dream into the strategic journey that you need to have. If you're just now joining me, my name is Danette Moss, business systems and, of course, implementation strategist, AKA the strategy lady. This is day 35 of the Strategic Leadership Mastery Series. And the word strategic leadership mastery, well, the three words, they mean something. In my opinion, as a female CEO, we need to be strategic, and goes without saying, if we're female CEOs, we are leaders. But we need to learn how to master the art of whatever it is that we're doing, that God given goal and dream that I truly believe we need to master and walk through as a leader. We got to master that thing. Okay. So, as you, of course, remember, it's not just about the numbers, it's about creating that roadmap, creating that detailed plan, because it's that detailed plan that's truly going to help you through this strategic journey. It's, in my opinion, the business GPS that guides you toward that dream lifestyle. So, Charlie, our topic today is all about unleashing your vision, a strategic blueprint for female leaders to dream big and bold. And what I'm doing is I'm giving you a step by step approach of how I've done it and how I believe you should do it. I'm giving you steps to doing just this, not the fluff, not the fluff, because we ain't got time for fluff. We're all about ending 2023 with a bang and bringing 2024 in prosperous. This is why I'm in the midst of this long 61 days total that God advised me to do to help us do that as strategic leaders, because we're all about mastering the things that we're going to master. Now, for step number 3, listen, y'all can't do this by yourself. You really cannot. You can't do it by yourself. And I wouldn't want to. I know we think we're super women, because I am a super woman. But y'all, I can't do it by myself. I'm encouraging you all for step number 3, embrace collaboration. Point blank. The reality is no one climbs Mount Everest alone. You can't. Having strategic partners is going to help you. To me, it kind of operates as that climbing gear, right? For me to be able to make it to the top. So I'm encouraging you to embrace collaborations if you hadn't. It's not going to hurt you. The thing that you lack, that other person might just have to help the both of you all make it to the top of that mountain, right? So that's all I really got to say about step 3. Embrace it, point blank. Stop trying to run from it, and don't sit here and think that you can do it all by yourself. Now, step number 4, as it pertains to unleashing your vision, the strategic blueprint that we're talking about, that's going to help you, that successful female leader, walk through and not give up on her dream, dreaming big, of course, and bold, is to craft out a time bound action plan. Now, if you've been following me for years, you'll hear me refer back to the SMART methodology: specific, measurable, attainable, and all of that. Listen, the things that we do, we need to put a time to it. We really do. Time is of the essence. And quite often we get stuck in that, I'm going to do it later, or maybe I'll write it down, or it has to be perfect, and then it never happens. Craft a time bound action plan, because time is just too precious. It's a precious asset. Y'all know we can't get it back. It's what, 6:23 here in Atlanta. It's dark outside already. I tell you, that jacks me up often. Okay. But when it starts getting dark a little earlier, I start getting sleepy. I start dark, just all kind of different things. I go off the bandwagon in different directions. I put timestamps on just about everything that I do. Okay. Especially since I'm that mother of 5 and I'm juggling multiple roles: the wife, business owner, TV talk show host, now going live 61 days with you all under the guidance of the Lord Himself telling me I needed to do it. And sometimes, again, he did free me up a little bit on the weekends where I can at least pre-record it, right? But nonetheless, I'm showing up consistently, doing what I have to do. I am juggling multiple roles, so I have to put some respect on my time, myself, right? Craft that action plan out. It's more than just a schedule, though. Okay, y'all got to look past that. To me, when I map out my time, I'm respecting, if we want to put the word on it, put some respect on my hustle. I'm respecting my hustle. I'm respecting my time. Now, the way that I do that is I reverse engineer things. I look at my goal in mind. If I'm having an event that's going to take place in June of 2024, it's December right now. Oh, I need to be planning on that right now. So I put it out. I got my date set and I reverse engineer. I backwards plan on that goal in mind. I believe that that is a powerful, unique tool or technique that will help you, one, to get clear on things. And it helps you as you walk through the roadmap in a more effective way. You're not all over the place because you got something, you got the date, and now you're planning backwards. You're backwards planning. You've got your social media scheduled. You got all the tools, all the, checklist, whatever it is you're giving the people for it, whether it's an event, whether it's a challenge, whatever. Backwards plan. That technique is a win, I believe, for every successful female CEO. And I'm calling y'all successful, whether you believe it or not. Hey, Maisha Mescadine. Now, remember, as you put some time to it and you put that date on it and you backwards plan, try to stay as focused as possible on it, but leave some wiggle room just in case you have things that may pop up, because things do happen. But don't allow yourself to use that as an excuse every time you turn around when stuff happened, that you just need to keep switching the date and switching the time. No, we need to stay focused, because again, when you set that time the right way and you take the necessary actions, you benefit more in the end. Don't give up on that thing that you're doing, but put some time to it, right? Like put some respect on it, put some time to it, and go about your business and make sure you make it happen, right? When you put that time to it, put that date to it, it's going to allow you to effectively plan correctly so that you can meet the goal in mind. Now, step number 5, y'all, is to cultivate a growth mindset. And the reason why I'm encouraging you all to do that is that this is going to help you as you face the challenges that you're going to have. I do need you to know something though. Just because you are faced with challenges or obstacles, that doesn't mean that should, or that you should allow that to be a roadblock. It doesn't mean that you need to stop because you ran into a brick wall. You need to know how to go around it. Remember Everest, right? And having collaborations with people, even if you don't have anybody to join you as you go through this, you need a way to climb over or go around. Don't let challenges be the roadblock that stops you. Don't do that to yourselves. Adopt the growth mindset, ladies. In my opinion, it is the secret weapon against setbacks. Growth mindset. I don't have time to go knee deep into it. Google it. Growth mindset helps you go through, if this happens, what I'm going to do next. Not, oh, since this happened, I guess I'm not supposed to do it. Mm-mm. Earlier today, I was inside of a training with the Myron Golden. And while we were training, now this man is a millionaire, a millionaire. While we were going through the challenge, he and his team were faced with a lot of technical difficulties. Now we get on here, we go live, we do all kind of different things, and we get embarrassed. We feel all weird and strange because life starts happening. The internet doesn't work right. All kind of stuff start happening. You stumble over your words and all kind of stuff. I was able to see in live motion a millionaire and his whole organization go through the same stuff that we go through, y'all. This is just life. Sometimes life happens, but he did not allow the fact that his internet system with 600 plus people on this challenge, he didn't allow that to be a roadblock. He didn't allow that obstacle to be a roadblock. He literally took that distraction And he still kept going and fighting through it. He jumped up there, got on with his mobile phone until they got it together, kept going in and out. But my whole point that I'm coming here with is he didn't let it stop him. He adopted the growth mindset, pushed through, tenacity no matter what, until you see what it is you need to see manifest itself. So adopting it, remember, to me is a secret weapon. When you do this, I believe that it's truly going to equip you with the resilience, right? And it'll allow you, as you approach the obstacles, and flip it and use it as an opportunity for you to continue to learn and develop, because life is just going to happen. To me, that mindset really puts me in a space of I'm more than a conqueror, because I got this. I'm not giving up on my vision, goals, or dreams. And I encourage you to do that. So for step 5, cultivate a growth mindset, not oh, it didn't work today. Oh, this happened, or I couldn't get on and something else happened. Who cares? Keep pushing forward. Keep showing up. Consistency is going to pay off, lady. Now, step 6. It's the last one because I don't think I have 7 today. Let me look here. No. Step 6. If y'all don't celebrate your wins, you need to remember, if you don't celebrate yourself, who else may celebrate you? You might not have anybody that's on your team to celebrate you. You have to celebrate yourself. In this journey as a female CEO, or I guess I could say in this marathon, because we run in a race, right? Every step, in my opinion, is a victory. Even when you stumble a little bit, even the small steps, celebrate those small wins. They're not just a small win. To me, it's a checkpoint. They help me, they fuel and help me to keep my momentum strong. I look at every little thing that I deal with, everything that I go through on a consistent day-to-day basis. And I acknowledge that as a win. And I also see it as a fact that I am progressing and going on, continuing. Y'all, I've been in business for 20 plus years or more, different types of businesses. When I decided to quit my 9 to 5 almost 2 or 3 years ago, because I was working, doing my business without working for somebody for like 15, I don't know, maybe longer than that years. But then I went back to corporate America. And while I was in corporate, the business was still running itself, but I couldn't really focus on it. I had a VA, I had a junior admin, but I still wasn't able to be present. Now, I'm not encouraging you to quit your job, right? If that's what God told you to do, then you do that. But I am telling you, I had to learn how to celebrate the small wins in everything that I was doing. As I walked through that parking lot, I had to go live outside the job and just tell people, hey, you listen, I'm using my 9 to 5 to fuel my business. You see how I flipped it? At first, I was embarrassed to tell people I had went back to work. But then I had to learn how not to walk in that. And I know most people might think, well, why were you embarrassed? For me, it was embarrassing for me, okay? Because I had been on that journey without having to go back. And to me, that felt like I was on a losing side. But it was the best thing since sliced bread for me, because I utilized it to fuel my business. I used the 9 to 5 to fuel my business. And when God freed me up from it, hey, I'm walking again. We still got ups and downs, right? But I'm still walking victoriously in this. So celebrate your small wins. Acknowledge every win that you get, right? When you acknowledge it, y'all, it's going to help you continue to move forward. No matter the minor obstacles that you run into, it's going to be beneficial for you to look at it and go, okay, internet didn't work right, or oops, I said the wrong date, or oops, I stumbled through my words, or I said or I lost my train of thought. Who cares? I promise you this. There's somebody out there that needs that product, service, or whatever it is that you're offering. And that thing that you have, or the words you shared, you just helped her or him, whoever your target audience is, get to the next level. If you don't show up, you are cheating them out of that thing that they need. And you are pressing the pause button on that God-given goal and dream that he gave you. See, he gave you the goal and the dream, but he's expecting for you to walk it out. He's expecting for you to take those necessary, actionable steps. in order to make this thing happen. Now, I hope that these 6 steps were helpful for you all as we talked about today's topic of day 35 of the Strategic Leadership Mastery Series. This is a series within a series. This is, I believe, day 3 of the 17-day portion of this series where I'm going to be talking about goals. Okay, so make sure you go back and listen to how I walked you through identifying the goals that you were doing. What type of goal person were you? There's a method to the madness. Go back and listen to that. Now, if you are that female who doesn't desire or want to leave comments inside of the comment section, share your insights, share your thoughts, share with us how you envision how you look at your vision, how you reach your big goal in a bold way, but you still want to talk about it, join us over in my community, y'all. The Get Your Sass On community is available for you to join free for right now. Okay. Inside of that community, you will have other like-minded female CEOs like you. They may be coaches, consultants, or service professionals. They are over there because they desire also to have a point of accountability. So I believe community is important. This is why I created the Get Your Sass On community. Go over there and join us if you're not a member. You can join us by going to GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. Again, that's GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. I'd love to have you over there. Now, as we begin to wrap things up, if you are just now joining, my name is Danette Moss, Business Systems and Implementation Strategist, aka the Strategy Lady over here on IG, Business Systems and Implementation Strategist on the other platforms. My whole goal for why I show up on a consistent day-to-day basis, y'all, is I know what it feels like to be overwhelmed. Again, as a mother of 5, a grandmother of 5, and 2 granddogs, I was on that side of being overwhelmed. But thank God he gave me the strength and the steps and the step-by-step approach on how I can go from overwhelmed to putting my business on rinse and repeat. My whole goal is to help you do the same. I thoroughly enjoy working with female CEOs, y'all, to go from overwhelmed to putting their business on rinse and repeat using my 4-step framework. And that framework is to simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline your business. If you've been following me, y'all know what that means. Girl, I help you get your sass on in your business. I'm all about helping you do that. It's my belief that every female CEO needs a little bit of sass in her life. And if you don't have sass in your life, you need to go and get it. So it's time for you to simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline your business. Don't overcomplicate this thing. But in order to do it, we need to realign and refocus and really go back and look at our goals and make sure that we can walk it out. Today's session was not about being fluffy. It's truly about you working out or setting up a strategic blueprint that will allow you to unleash that God-given vision that he gave you. Okay? Your journey to success, in my opinion, is about turning those dreams into a reality. And you got to take the step-by-step approach to do it. And I'm here to help guide you through it. I appreciate you all for joining me here on day 35. I am looking forward to day 36. I hope you are as well. Make sure that you join us here, same time. I guess they say same radio show, right? Same spot. Listen, whatever your favorite social media spot, whether it's IG, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube, I'm looking forward to having you join me. I truly count it as a privilege. I know you could be somewhere else giving something or someone else your time. Again, my name is Danette Moss, Business Systems and Implementation Strategist, aka the Strategy Lady. Before we end, I got to give you some type of homework, right? You got to have it. I'm encouraging you to go back, listen to this recording, because it is going to be the replay. This replay is going to be up at the end of 61 days. Y'all, I'm pulling all this down because I'm repurposing it. I'm in business. Doing things smart, not hard. Go back and listen to this stuff and look at the steps that I provided you. As you look at these steps, ask yourself the question: are you embracing collaboration? If you're not, ask yourself why not? What is the roadblock that's stopping you from doing it? Okay. Look and see and give yourself the checkup from the neck up. Are you setting tangible goals? They need to be goals that you can break down and take the necessary actionable steps. These goals need to be income generating goals, though. Okay. I don't want to go back through all the steps, but there were 6 steps that I provided you. And I'm encouraging you to go back and listen to them. And as you listen to them, go ahead and take some notes on it. Share with us your thoughts, your opinions, and your insights. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask the questions. I promise to personally answer them myself, not my junior admin. I will answer them myself. And if you don't want to ask the question inside of the comment section on the social platforms, feel free to join us over in the Get Your Sass On community. Of course, if you're not a member, GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. And I'll be there to walk you through and to guide you through this journey. I appreciate you ladies for joining me. Thanks so much. Here's to another empowering day, and I'm looking forward to hearing the success that you are going to have as you close out, or the success that you're having, not going to have. Speak it into existence. I'm looking forward to hearing your success story as we close out 2023 and as we walk successfully into 2024. Y'all take care. Thanks so much for joining me.